Welcome to Powerlifting America's first meet here in the Carolinas, the Carolina Qualifier. Hosted by Palmetto State Barbells and broadcasted by Palmetto State Barbells Production. Today, this meet provides lifters with the opportunity to put up qualifying totals for our national competitions. For many of our lifters, this is going to be the beginning of their journey to the road to the national platform. For some, beyond our borders. We thank you for joining us here today for the first meet of many here in the Carolinas. Joining me in the broadcaster's booth is Dr. Brandis Dye, professional powerlifter. Brandis, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. I am really excited to see some of our athletes begin their journey here. Just putting up some numbers, just to get ready on the board. Who are we going to be looking out for today?
So we've got some pretty decent names competing here today. And not only competing, but coaching, handling, spectating, reffing.
Yeah,
so it'll be fun to see the gambit of some first-time lifters all the way up through world champions.
Yeah, we've got a couple of people here, kind of a long lineage. We've got the Cargills here today. Andrew Cargill Jr. is going to be lifting. His dad and his sister are both here. And his sister was at the IPF International Worlds, I believe, and she placed third. No, did not place, I don't believe. We do have other lifters like Jason Noller, who is going to be coming in today. Has done well at state championships before. And then we've got everybody else like, Kinley Dill or Amy Mason all the way up to.
Yep. Amy Mason is a big name.
Yeah.
She just competed, I believe, a few months ago over at National or at Masters World.
Yes.
So it'll be fun to see kind of what she plays around with and what she throws out today.
Yeah, but we've also got insane judges and other professionals just in the background. We've got Natalie Richards here.
Yeah.
I mean, literal world champion. I don't think it gets too much bigger than that.
It doesn't. She won best overall lifter at Worlds this year, so strongest woman in the world is here present with us.
Absolutely crazy.
Reffing. So.
Yeah. We've got a couple of refs here, putting up some hours, getting qualified for state and national level referee certifications.
Yep. It's an important part of the job.
Yeah, we got to build up from the bottom.
Exactly.
And this is one of those meets that we're going to be just here to create opportunity for everybody to come in and build the sport out.
Yeah.
And we've got lifters from the very bottom who's starting. This is some of their first meets. This is crazy. I don't want my first meet having Natalie Richards here. That's terrifying.
Yes, I agree with that. It'll be fun though because Natalie's here as getting her ref exam. So she's starting her journey as a ref. They're starting their journey as athletes. So it's kind of like a big picture moment for a lot of these lifters. It's like Natalie Richards is someone that a lot of them have probably looked up to. And if they're not, they're just now becoming acquainted with the lifting world. That's a big name.
Yeah, I mean this is a storybook moment for a lot of these guys, and these lifters could be in 2 or 3 years on the world stage,
right? On
the national stage at least. They've definitely got some guys here that are going to be easily performing at the state level and potentially winning those. I mean, to kind of start here is a really cool beginning, I think. I mean, you've got kind of a similar story, do you not, with your first Carolina Primetime, right?
Yep.
You had
my first ever meet as a powerlifter was in 2019. Didn't know much about the sport, had only been training for about 6-7 weeks, just out there to have fun. And Jen Thompson was actually one of the spotters and loaders. She steps out whenever, any position that she's needed. But I had no idea who it was, and now looking back at that, it's like, that was the moment that started off my lifting career.
Yeah, and now you're professional. You're certified athlete.
Yes, I am professional. That happened this year.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
You've even competed on the national stage as well.
Yep, just competed at nationals this year as well. Placed third overall in my weight class, so that was pretty fun. And just kind of a moment for me to springboard forward because third isn't where I'm stopping.
No, absolutely not. And that's so many of our lifters here, This is, for a lot of them, just putting some numbers up. We're just going to get some qualifying totals, but this is, the beginning. I mean, I know we've got one lifter, I'm not going to say who's training after this.
Yes, yes. This is
we do
the
not slow
warm-up
down.
to the training
exactly,
session.
And so you know, we're not going to see our competitors put out their absolute best, you know. No scouting reports are coming out of this broadcast. We're not going to get anything really, really important, but it is going to get them on the board, and it's going to be really great to see how they handle this. We've got a couple of injuries coming into here, and so it is actually somewhat daunting if they miss that first attempt.
Correct.
You know, if you miss that and you are injured, like, this is a qualifier.
Right.
The whole point of this is to get on the board, because we just need to have the opportunities that are local to people to be able to go out into the national and international platform.
Correct. So a lot of these lifters, not all of them, some of them will be, you know, putting up heavy numbers for them, kind of, you know, starting out their lifting career, or, you know, kind of continuing, seeing where training has gone and where it's going. And then we do have a couple others that are just here for the fun of the sport and to get that qualifying total.
There's a meet. Let me go have fun at this meet, which is, we know is going to be high level production. We know it's going to be well run. There's already pizza here. Like, it's going to be a great time.
Correct. It's a party. It was not a party until the pizza showed up.
It was. And then as soon as, like 3 minutes ago, I did not get any slices. You snuck them in.
I did. I snuck a piece in.
Well
I
done.
Have.
No, it's
delicious.
Great. Definitely worth it. We're going to go ahead and cut to kind of what we're going to be looking at today. So this is our platform we've got ready to go. We're going to be rolling here pretty shortly in the next 10 minutes. Is there anybody else we kind of want to be looking out for? I know Andrew Cargill is going to be really putting up some heavy numbers, looking at some opening attempts. And if you want to follow along with opening attempts, you can go to liftingcast.com and follow our nearly live broadcast as it comes by. We've got them. He's going to be starting up pretty heavy. I believe we're hitting 250 as an opener on squat.
Somewhere around there.
When people are putting up minimums and making big jumps just to get on the board, starting with 250, that's a statement.
Yes.
He is not here to play around, and he's got the resume for it.
Right. He is likely not here just for that qualifying total. He is here to see, you know, where his training has been.
Yeah.
And what he's got in the tank, which will be exciting to watch.
Yeah. Well, and you know, again, this is not nearly as long as an event as some of these other meets can be. It's going to be a much shorter day. We only do have about 10 lifters here today, which is a very small meet. With 10 lifters, you know, this many names packed into that is a terrifying thing to sign up for once that's all done.
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up, though, because 10 lifters total in the meet, not just 10 in your flight, means that the whole meet is going to be very fast.
Insanely.
So a lot of these lifters have to be not only ready for heavy loads, but somewhat conditioned, because they're not going to have those, you know, hour and a half between squat and bench. They've got, you know, lift, 10 to 15 minutes, break, intermission, and then we're right back on the platform with that same group of people.
I mean, I've seen some of our big lifters here eating entire sandwiches, you know, from Subway. You're not going to have time to even pick the sandwich up.
Right.
You've got to get moving here. There is going to be no rest, no relaxation here. It is going to fly by. We are estimating maybe 2 hours for the meet.
Yes.
It is going to be really moving, and that is a great point. That, you know, this is going to be cardio for us.
Right. I'm not good at sitting still, but I think I can do it for an hour and a half.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're not going to be. Nobody's going to be sitting here still at this meet. We're going to be flying through. I'm really excited to see what's going to be going on. You know, obviously these are very well run meets. They are well staffed, well catered. You know, this is going to be a very organized meet, and it's going to move like it too. I mean, I think 2 hours is a generous offer, because PSB meets move really quickly, really efficiently. And, I mean, we've only got 10 lifters. I mean, we're going to be flying through this stuff.
Yeah. Now, just to point out to you guys listening, the reason that this meet is such a small roster and only 10 lifters is because it is a Powerlifting America meet. So this is the first of its kind in the Carolinas. So a lot of these lifters are coming from different federations, and this is their chance to make a statement. This is their chance to get that qualifying total for stronger, bigger, you know, more national and potentially further than that meets.
Yeah, no, and so there's just not a lot of powerlifters in this newer federation compared to some other federations, and this is why this meet was created.
Right.
It's a qualifier. It is meant to be a place where you can come and put up a total so that you can go and compete at the national and international stages.
Right.
You know, you've got to start here. It's like running your local marathon so you can qualify for Boston. If you don't have a local marathon, you got to travel, you know, hours upon hours across state lines. To do that in powerlifting, oh man, that's brutal.
Yeah.
And so we've got an event here set up so that people can come out and actually put up qualifying totals in the Carolinas.
Correct.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes to come back for beginning squats. Please stick around. Go ahead and take a bathroom break. Go ahead and get some carbs for us because I can't get any right now. It's all locked out. We'll be right back. Thank you, guys. All right, we are back now. glad to be back. We did get some pizza, so we're going to go ahead and switch back to this loading screen real quick. We have got these guys ready to go. That's Kinley Dill and Brandon Jones, some of our local lifters, ready to get up and go. I believe we're going to have Brandon Jones starting with us to open. And as you can hear, bar is loaded. Brandon Jones is ready, starting us off.
Now he's got a 75-kilo squat here loaded for his opening attempt. This is a big man to be taking 75 kilos.
You can see him giggling about it.
So this is what we were talking about when we said that there are a lot of lifters that will be out here just for fun.
Yeah, just putting up qualifying totals. And, the common phrase, moves like an opener should. It's a little light.
Yeah, you can't even say that was the last warm-up.
No, not even close. That's maybe a second warm-up. He looks really happy that's moving well. We was dealing with some injuries earlier this week, so, I am glad he is taking it light, making sure he's not going to injure himself moving on to the rounds. And I believe that is Miria, I believe, is the next lifter coming up.
Believe so as well. I believe this is her first powerlifting meet.
She did. I know she drove down from Charlotte, so a small commute early this morning, but she was feeling good. Again, another lifter who was struggling last week, apparently. Just getting ready to... Apologies about that. So, yep, she has got 92.5 kilos up on the bar, the junior lifter. Looks very comfortable.
That was a beautiful squat. Now, just to go over the key performance points here that the refs are looking for is they have to hit a couple of different commands. So they have to wait for the start command, and then they have to wait for the rack command. If either one of those are missed, if they start the lift early or they rack the bar before the ref has called rack, they will get a red light. Didn't look like that was an issue at all on that attempt. The other thing they are looking for is for the hips to drop below the joint of the knee so that they are hitting what we consider depth.
And the bar is loaded. We've got 115 kilos loaded for Miss Kathy Arnold, ready to bring it to the stage. Oh, she is attacking the bar.
This is her first powerlifting meet as well. She is coming from a background of CrossFit and Olympic lifting.
Be interesting to see how she adapts to this style of athleticism. Looks comfortable.
It does.
All right, everybody putting in their new totals. We've got Stephanie Hayden with 120 kilos. She is really rearing to go.
Now she's being handled today by Heather Connor. Who is a big name in the powerlifting world. She has won worlds prior. So she's got quite the coach on her side here.
Absolutely love the fit.
Yes,
the all pink. Phenomenal. Down to the socks even. That's great.
She's got 120 kilos. This is 264 pounds.
Taking her time to walk that out. Nice and tempoed.
See what the judges say about that.
Ooh, so 3 reds.
So it looks like the center and the right judge both called depth on that. The left side judge, if you saw it on the live stream, her hand actually stayed up. She did not think that the lifter was fully locked out and ready to start the lift. So it's either soft knees, soft hips, prior to the start of that lift.
I'm agreeing with you on depth there. That is certainly what that was.
I don't think it'll be an issue as long as she is a little bit more confident, a little more comfortable. Drop those hips just a little bit lower. The strength seemed there.
As we stated, opener, it's important to just get there on the total. That is an interesting approach from Amy Mason, the absolute veteran of one of our sports, bringing an opener with 130 kilos.
This is 287 pounds.
And again, she is a master's lifter who competed on the international stage and took 3rd. Look at that depth. Crazy. Very controlled opener. Lift is good. as can be expected from such a professional.
Correct. She is no beginner on the platform.
No, certainly not. Love this floating cam we have here. Gives us such a input and view onto the sport of powerlifting, just kind of seeing all the little niche details. Bar is loaded for Justin Noller, who I also believe is not new, but he is, whatever young is he? He is 17 years old.
Yes, a sub-junior weighing in at 66 kilos, or in the 66 kilo class.
And that is interesting because he has competed at 56 and 59 kilos, so I'm wondering what he weighed in today. Wow, that moves. Kind of a low bar.
Yeah, get that low bar position. Nice and solid squat, no problem there. It might be, since he's gone through a couple of different weight classes, that he's just a kid growing up.
Yeah, you know what? You're
putting on
absolutely
some
right.
body weight because he's just getting taller, getting bigger.
You're absolutely right. That is probably it. Yeah, he's competed at the South Carolina State Championship and Southeast Open for Classic Juniors, and has struggled a little bit at that meet with some missed attempts and retaking opportunities.
So we'll see what he's got today.
Patricio Ortez coming up with 167.5 kilos. We're moving the weight up pretty quickly already.
This is 370 pounds on the bar. He takes that nice high bar position.
Yeah, I believe this is his first meet ever, is what he was telling me.
Nice and deep.
That doesn't
no
look
problem
like
there.
a first meet.
Seems super solid.
Ooh.
3 white lights.
Reacting a little bit. May have just stretched a little bit too far. He looked like he was just wincing just a little bit. And there he is. Looks like Kenley Dill's getting ready to come back. Might be some confusion as to what's going on, but he is ready to come. And the bar is loaded for 175 kilos.
385 pounds.
Shockingly, Kenley Dill, for his job, had to be in New Orleans last night.
Yes.
He is on no sleep.
I believe he flew in at 5 this morning.
He did. His flight was at 5, so he got in even earlier. Came in at 9 a.m., didn't check in, checked in about 2 hours later. We were getting concerned, but he moves it well.
385 was no issue for Kenley.
All right, Hayden Pittman coming up next with 180 kilos.
Also a young lifter. He is also sub-junior.
Yeah.
Which means he is under the age of 20. He's got
Just
395 pounds on the bar here.
I can't imagine being a sub-junior lifter at his age and lifting that much. I mean, that is...
Openers, too.
Yeah, opener, you're exactly right.
At basically 400 pounds.
Quickly eating my words, we're not going to see some crazy lifts today. No, this is already
Here we are.
going to be interesting. That moves very clean.
Saw that nice little smile at the top.
Yeah. Moving on, not even stopping at the ref's table, letting his coach figure that out.
So we are jumping 100 pounds here.
So this is Andrew Cargill Jr. You can see him here. The intensity is there.
He is locked in.
Yeah.
He's got 495 pounds on the bar, 225 kilos for an opening attempt squat. He is a junior lifter, so between the ages of 20 and 23.
You can see the intensity. He is ready to attack this squat. And we've got five spotters now here ready to assist him.
Spotting and loading is a very important role at all levels of competition.
Safety is paramount here, and we want to make sure everybody is safe and ready to go. This is an incredible amount of intensity for an opener.
But it seemed to pay off.
Yeah.
3 white lights. It was a beautiful squat.
I'll be really interested to see what he puts in for his next opener. How much is he jumping? That, I believe, was his sister putting in the attempts for him. And there is Maria again, ready to go up to 10 kilos on the bar.
I mean, that way the opener moved, I don't think this will be an issue at all.
No.
That opener was a confidence builder. It was not a strength thing at all. And that happens a lot, especially with first-time lifters, is you want them to go out and hit something that they are comfortable with, that even if something happens, their walkout is funny, anything like that, they're still able to hit that lift with confidence.
Absolutely.
She's got a pretty big handler on her side as well, so that's Matt Arnold that is handling her. He was on the world team, I believe, in 2020 for Equipped IPF Worlds.
I believe that's correct. I'm not sure how he did, but I do believe that is the correct event. A much better depth. We'll see if the judges like it. And that pays off much better for her, and you can see
She's
her
happy.
so smile. And other competitors happy for her that they're on the board.
Yeah, her and Kati actually trained together out of a CrossFit gym.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
The smile is gone. She is now focused on herself. Miss Kathy Arnold.
She's got 265 pounds on the bar.
Locked in as her friend passes her by. She is ready to go.
She's got
Bar
that straight black.
is loaded.
That straight black SBD singlet.
There you go.
That is a hot commodity. There's not very many of those out there.
No. Gone and sold.
Yes.
So as you can see just some of our our judges on the sides. Ooh, nice step. Really
Beautiful
moved.
attempt.
Again, for a second attempt, that flew.
Yeah, it was a good call. 3 white lights. Spotters and loaders getting the bar ready for our next lifter here.
Yeah, that was Kathy Arnold that we had up there. Have the graphic. There it is. Stephanie Hayden.
Retaking her opener, I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Usually people will retake openers if the issue is depth. Just for that sake of that opening weight is something that should move and move well and easy. Sometimes that second attempt can get a little grindy. So she wants to commit to this lift here.
Yeah, again, a lot of these lifters are just getting on the board. Some of them their first lifts, first meets here, just trying to get a qualifying total. This is not for the glory. This is for the opportunity.
So she got the replace command. So there must have been at least 2 refs that agreed that she was not in the correct start position. So she is getting told what she needs to fix, which I believe is either hips or knees. They're saying that they're not completely locked.
She is, again, struggling to move that weight out. See how she does. Worried about depth there on that left hip. Yeah, but
2-1.
that's
Good
all we
lift.
need.
I do agree. So it looked like her hips were sat a little bit higher on one side versus the other. Let's see if we can get that replay.
We'll
But
see if
at the
we've
end of the
got
day, 2-1 is all she needs.
it. Yep, that is a passing grade here. And unfortunately, we have lost our feed. Going to stay on this until we can maybe get it back, if we can just catch it. No, it is gone. That is unfortunate. Anyway, we're going to move on to Brandon Jones.
Taking a nice big jump here.
Ayo, 125 kilos.
It's 275 pounds. He
Oh.
jumped from 1 red to 2 reds. I don't think it will be an issue at all.
No. I love the Michael Jackson shoe.
Yes.
The one white glove. Beautiful depth. Oh, this is a warm-up.
I'm pretty sure that moved faster than
It did.
70
I think
kilos.
it did.
That big old smile on his face. He's just here having a good old time.
Absolutely.
Watch that replay here.
Yeah, just how fast this moves. It is quite interesting. He took that 75 very nice and slow. And again, we're having just a little bit of trouble. There's our lead loader. Making sure that Amy Mason is well prepared. 5 kilo jump on a squat for 135 kilos.
I think that's probably a good call. First one moved well, but it was not super speedy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take the conservative 5 kilo jump here.
Got a really interesting approach to getting underneath that bar, slamming into the ground like that. But I really love
Must work for her.
a more experienced lifter taking their time and really soaking in the moment to get ready when they're ready. You have an entire minute.
Correct. This is 297 pounds for a second attempt for Amy. Nice controlled lift.
Moving it well.
Strong to the top. 3 white lights. Beautiful second attempt.
And then we've got Justin Noller again ready to go. Getting ready for that 160 kilos.
352 pounds. He looks locked in.
Absolutely.
Ready to attack the weight.
As you can hear, bar is loaded for Justin. Get that chain in his mouth. Ready to go.
He wastes no time underneath that bar setting up. No issue on depth there. Nice
Real
and deep.
pretty.
Beautiful squat. 3 white lights.
Phenomenal.
You know, I think he has some pretty good space there to take a pretty hefty jump.
He really could. I mean, he could reserve it for, bench and deadlift and
It's
whatnot,
true.
but he definitely has the space. Do we know who may be handling or coaching him?
I am not sure.
I'm not aware of it either.
I did not get a chance to peek in the background to see.
But what we do have is Patricio Ortez coming up again for a decent jump of 10 kilos to 177.5 kilos for the 74 kilo lifter.
We are creeping up on 400 pounds
We
here.
are. Again, another one of our junior lifters. I don't believe sub-junior, no, just a junior lifter.
We got some strong young ladies and gentlemen here today.
No kidding. And a lot of these guys do have aspirations for the national and international stage. We've seen a couple of little short films come out, or Brandon Jones and Kinley Dill
Yep.
recently. Going to have more coming in the works. A beautiful depth from Patricio. He may have been lying to me when he said this was his first meet, because that is some great depth
Yeah.
from a quote-unquote inexperienced lifter. That is really good. Aiden Pittman at 74 kilos, coming in with 190 kilograms.
We have crossed
That is,
that
yeah, I was
400
thinking.
pound threshold. This is 400 and, I'll give it to him, 19 pounds.
We'll round up that 0.05 of a
Yes.
pound, you know what?
You can have it.
Yeah, in the gym, that's 419.
Yes.
That's 420 at
And-
that
in
point.
the gym,
you know
that's
what?
420.
Again, attacking that bar with intensity. Moves it well, though, walking out there.
Yep. Walkout looked confident. Got the command.
Ooh. Did he slip out of pocket or something? Because it looked strong from the bottom.
I think he might have gone a little bit deeper than he was ready for,
It was a very deep squat.
and deeper than what was needed. So if he could just stop just a little bit shy of that, I think he'd be able to use those muscles to kind of spring him back up a little bit faster.
Well, we've got Kinley Dill coming up. 200 kilograms. A 25 kilo
25
jump.
kilo jump.
There we go.
440 pounds on the bar for this young man.
93 kilo lifter on 0 hours of sleep.
Kinley is relatively local. He trains at PSB every once in a while, so it's been fun to kind of see his progress, because I also train at PSB.
I'm here.
Yes.
I wouldn't call it training. I work out here. I sit around and go, well, that's a lot of big circles. All right, Kinley Dill's going to move those red circles with intention.
Beautiful. That might be the best I've seen 200 move for him for a little while.
Yeah.
He strained a hamstring or an adductor not long ago. So kind of pulled back a little bit on weight, but it looked to pay off because that 200 was pretty.
That moved really, really well.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got Drew Cargill coming up next. Talk about a jump. 237.5 kilos. What is that in pounds?
524.
524 from the junior lifter at 105 kilos. Bar is loaded.
You can hear everybody getting loud in there.
Absolutely. Everyone is super psyched for this.
As they should. This is 525 pounds.
Anytime you get 5 spotters up there on your opener, it's going to be a fun day.
Yes. This is true.
I don't know how much intensity he is taking on, but he is giving intensity today.
I'm hoping we're getting to see a show.
Yeah, no, this is going to be one to remember, I think, if Andrew can keep it up. Let's see what he can do. Moves nice and smooth.
It was a little bit heavier than the opener,
Yeah.
but it was heavier than the opener.
That is true. That is how that works with 3 white lights.
So it was a beautiful attempt. Be excited to see what he puts on the bar for his third.
Yeah. All right, we are back at the top with Myra Waldick with a closing at 112.5.
Yes, this is 248 pounds, which is a pretty strong squat for a junior lifter, especially at her first meet.
69 kilo lifter. I mean,
she is also in a straight black singlet.
there you go. Yeah,
that must
that's
be
slick.
the Matt Arnold special as
Must have.
coach. You have to wear straight black.
Got to source it from somewhere.
Right.
He's the plug.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, probably not. He probably does have it. Bar is loaded for Myra. Getting a couple of notes, last-minute adjustments from her coach. Just things to remember as she locks it in. All right, let's see. Could be a little shallow. I don't know. You're the ref. But let's see what they say.
We have a different view than the refs out there.
Incredibly.
They agree it was a little bit high. Strength was there, though.
Absolutely. Just a little bit short on that. All right. We've got Stephanie Hayden coming back up. She missed her her opener.
Yep.
So only a 5 kilo jump from now.
Yep. She did have one hip that was a little bit high last time.
Yeah,
so
that's
that right side judge did call her on depth.
So I feel like a 5 kilo jump is probably appropriate
Yep.
if she was struggling with that one
Yep.
hip.
But at the end of the day, all you need is 2 white lights.
There you go.
Majority rules.
That's
see
what
what
wins
she's got.
champions. Great intensity from her.
She got that squat command nice and fast this time.
Ooh.
Two to one. Good lift.
That one hit maybe getting her again, but 2 white lights is good. So Kathy Arnold will be up next at 130 kilograms. Let's see.
So from this side, we're going to get to see the side hip that is a little bit high. Watching this replay.
I would agree with there.
I do agree.
Not sure what's going on because the right hip does move well. It does drip up down.
Sometimes it just happens.
You know?
She could be dealing with some injury. It could just be how her squat is.
Potentially.
So
And you know what? If you know that that's always going to be a problem, you're always going to get 2 white lifts, it doesn't matter.
Yep. Kathy Arnold taking her squat. Nice and strong.
Just a little bit of a sticking point, but it moved well.
287 pounds. 3 white lights.
A good day for her so far.
3 for 3.
She's happy about that for sure.
Very happy. Always fun to see our lifters get excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Attacking the bar, she was. All right. So we've got Amy Mason coming back, 140 kilograms. Some conservative jumps, which makes sense because that first opener did move just a little bit slow for her.
I believe her normal is about 5 kilos.
Is it? Okay. Just her, the way she likes to move with the tendencies. Again, one of our master lifters at 46 years of age. Placed third on the international stage.
This is 308 pounds.
Huge depth. Can she get it up? She's
Yeah,
moving it. She knows she's got it.
Beautiful attempt there, Amy.
She's real happy with that.
Fist bumps all around.
Moving on. Business is business. We got to get going. On to bench for her. But first, Justin Noller adding another good amount of weight. 167.5 kilos is what he's going to be putting on there.
369 pounds.
Justin Noller taking a hit of those smelling salts. He's wanting this. He's going for it. He's moving it. I hope he does take his time and make sure he is settled. Flies down. Can he get it back up? Oh, he knows.
Nice smile all the way up. He knew it was there. And the refs agree. 3 white lights.
There we are, Justin Noller. He is flying back to the warm-up. Flying back to the warm-up room.
See that smile on Brandon in the background there. He knows what he's doing. He's just here having a good time today.
He is. He's really enjoying it.
Jumping another 50 keys.
175 kilograms.
So I got to take a peek at Lifting Cast.
Yeah.
He has 75 kilos as his opener for squat, bench, and deadlift.
He does not.
Do you think we're going to see a red jump on all 3? Is that a real thing?
It is definitely something Brandon would do.
I do feel like Brandon could do that.
It's
so we'll
a safe
have to wait
meet
and
where
see.
he could open up and, and that's just like Brandon. And the weight moves. I mean, throw a 4th one on there. Good Lord.
Look at that smile.
Look at that.
I think each rep got faster.
Yeah, no,
I think
you know
his
what?
slowest
That
attempt was
may-
his opener.
You may be right on that. Let's see if we can take a look. Because that did fly. He's giggling. He's giggling up there. He knows he can get this.
Almost like a baby
That-
pause. And then it stood up faster than I can stand up from a chair.
Yeah, exactly. That is incredible. Again, he is qualifying here. He has got a lot more to give. No
Yes.
scouting reports are coming out of this. Patricio Ortiz, the 74-kilo lifter. Crazy depth. Can he get it back up?
Did he wait for the squat command?
Let's see what the judges say. He may not have.
So that was a 2-to-1 no lift. And the yellow light, I do believe, was for a missed command.
He's trying to figure out now what may have happened. Disappointed for sure.
Count it as a gym lift. If you're listening, count it as a gym lift.
Exactly.
It does not count on the platform, but counts in our hearts.
Absolutely. He knows he can hit that. He can hit
Yeah.
more. Just a bit. So Hayden Pittman struggled on strength. Just got that sticking point midway
Yep.
through the lift.
Now he sunk his second attempt quite deep. So we'll
He's
see what
smiling
happens
now.
here. I am guilty of every once in a while squat just sinking.
Yeah.
And it just makes the squat harder. So we'll see if that was his normal depth and if we just need to push a little harder. Or if maybe it was just a little funky. Got 190 kilos here.
Let's see what he's got. That looked like the minimum. That looked like a minimum depth to get there. Do the judges agree? 2-to-1.
2-to-1 good lift. That was all he needed. So I do think what we saw was correct. I think the second attempt was just a little funky. Maybe he braced funky. He sat down weird. And it was just too deep.
Yep. May have just run out of steam at that top end. Because he did get stuck just a little bit, but was able to work through it. And I think you're right. Moving through that little last bit was just too much for him. We've got Kinley Dill with another 25-kilo jump. He looks so happy for a man who hasn't got a wink of shut-eye. Kinley Dill at 225 kilograms.
This is just shy of 500 pounds. This is 496 pounds.
If anyone asks, he can lift 500.
Correct.
Until you get in the gym, it's like, no, it's 496.
Yes. He's talking to a power lifter. It's 496 or 225 kilos.
Talking to a
To
civilian.
a gym person. Yes. A civilian. 500.
The 93 kilo lifter getting ready, locked in. Moves it so well. I'm not sure what
Beautiful
his
squat.
top end, but there's more
It's
to
more
that.
than 500 pounds. Ooh. So
But
2 to 1 no
red
lift.
lights.
So they did call him on depth there. See if we can catch that replay.
Yeah, no kidding. It was the center and the judge we have here on the right. Where you got Drew Cargill coming up. We're going to try to catch this real quick. Just maybe a touch high. That bar is in the way. It's hard to see.
I can't say I agree. I can't say I disagree. So
It's really hard to see.
the refs got the best eye there.
They sure
not
do.
me. Let's go, Drew. 242.5 kilos on the bar.
Oh, he's getting amped for this one. He's checking his weights. Bracing himself, getting ready.
It's 535 pounds.
Jeez.
This is nothing light, ladies and gentlemen.
No, absolutely not. At a meet that I said, we're not going to see anything too crazy. No, hold on.
I would call this crazy.
This is wild. I don't care if you're a power lifter or just a regular old Joe. This is big weight. All right, let's see what he's got. Our spotter's ready to assist him. No
doesn't need him.
need.
I think that moved better
It
than
was
his
so
second.
quick.
That was a beautiful squat.
And
what
the
a
judges love it all around.
what a way to end squats.
Incredible. Let's see. With the baby powder. Spraying everywhere.
Man, our replay cameras is just
Somebody's
not
walking on a
liking us
cord
today.
somewhere over
Right.
there. And of course, it worked
Alright.
all day yesterday. So now,
We are done with squats. That was really good.
Really fast.
Yeah,
No
no
kidding.
kidding.
What
What
has
has
it
it been?
30 minutes.
30 minutes, 10 lifters. That's about right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about as fast as you can do it.
Yep.
So that was phenomenal. I mean, Andrew Cargill coming out of the woodwork and really showing what he's trying to do today.
Yeah, 535 pounds on a 30-10 squat. All three for three. I mean, he did beautiful squats today, beautiful execution, no questions on the board.
Yeah. Justin Noller doing well. Younger lifter, still be able to recollect himself and get back into
Yeah,
it.
that's a huge win. If you miss that second attempt, sometimes it's hard to get your brain back on the right track.
Yeah.
Be able to execute, and he did just that.
Yeah. And then we got Kinley Dill just in that third attempt, and heaviest lift of the day for him so far. He's got to sleep. That's not too surprising. But
We were battling a little bit of an injury there. So he's coming off of being injured. I don't think he's hit heavy weights on squat. So it might just be a little bit of what am I going to feel at that bottom position.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of hesitation, but also maybe just where it was today.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a break. We've got not a lot of time before bench, so Ian, run to the bathroom, go get some food, come back. We're going to go ahead and rolling into bench soon, all right?
We've got, it looks like 19 and a half minutes until bench.
We'll see you in 20. right, welcome back, everybody. So we had a bit of a longer break than I expected. 20 whole minutes to rest, regroup. We are back at it again, going into bench. And boy, am I excited. Who are we looking out for today, you think?
Everyone. I'm a bencher, so everyone's bench is important.
There we go. All right. Yeah, because you had your pro card in bench before you were...
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was a professional bencher before I was a full power professional powerlifter.
There we are.
Yeah. So bench is my baby. So I love to watch everyone bench. I think the cool thing about PA is that we'll be looking also at elbow depth, which is a new rule for them, but also a new rule for a lot of these lifters.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely something they went over in the rules meeting today. We do have quite a few lifters, one, who are new, and two, are
simply just coming over to a new federation, and those are one of the few rules that are pretty important. I believe something about also picking up feet. Do you happen to know?
They are not allowed to use their feet in any aspect on the bench to help with their setup.
Okay, gotcha.
So in other federations, you can actually put your feet up, and sometimes that helps people get their shoulders a little bit more into the bench. But PA does not allow for that. And then also PA still has the head down rule. So all of these lifters have to keep their head in contact with the bench at all times during the lift. So once they get the start command, all the way through rep.
Well, bar is loaded for Myra. What do we got here? A 50-kilo opener.
Just getting herself all set there. Getting a nice little handoff.
And as you can see, our judges just have a great viewpoint that we simply can't get. Phenomenal clean bench, it looked like to me.
To be a new lifter, she is awful composed.
Yeah, she is very well centered and well put together at the moment.
She's shown good control over each aspect of the lift, has not missed a command.
Nope.
She's locked in.
Yeah, I'm wondering how her coaches helped her with that. As they, we saw her getting some pointers on the last squat, which was not a grind, was not a struggle, but it was a third attempt.
Yep.
And I think that really helped her close that out for us. So we've got Stephanie Hayden, who when we walked out of the broadcast booth had her little baby bouncing there, also in matching pink attire. She is ready to go with a 55 kilo from the 69 kilo lifter.
So she's opting for a self handoff here, which just means she doesn't have anyone helping her take the bar out of the rack. It's totally lifter dependent, lifter preference.
So as you can see, the elbows went past the shoulders, so that level is with, I believe, the rule, but she went past the shoulders, so she's fine there. Followed all the commands. It's not just bouncing it back up and getting it up in the air. There is a lot of technique to bench.
So we talked about how squat has 2 commands. Bench actually has 3. So once the lifter pulls the bar out of the rack or gets the lift off, either way, they have to hold that bar until they get the start command. They get the press command once it is motionless on the chest. So you saw there, she had a little bit of a bounce. That head ref waited until the bounce was finished before she gave the press command. And then once she pushes the bar all the way back up, she has to hold it until she gets the rack command.
And you can see all of the judges put their arm down when they thought that the lifter was ready, and an arm came up from the center ref saying, you're good to go.
Yep.
We get visual and auditory commands here.
Correct. So we've got Kati on the bench, 65 kilo opener here.
Let's see how Miss Arnold handles it. Really clean.
Very fast.
Very smooth. Well and controlled. And the judges agree. 3 white lights. All right. And there is our our world-class athlete, Natalie Richards, getting some time in the PA reffing. Got Amy Mason next. I thought she was out of order. I was like, why is she over here?
Yep.
She is up next at 70 kilos. Bar is loaded. The time has started. There she... Again, Amy Mason got a different technique coming in. Just like she did on squat. A really unique approach to her lift.
The important thing is, for our lifters, is that it's the same for them each time.
Yeah.
So you'll see Amy do the same setup on first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, just to help her get her rhythm. Make sure she's in all of the correct positions so that she can execute a beautiful bench Just like that 70 kilos.
You
3
could
wet legs.
overlay all of her lifts on top of each other, and the only thing that's going to change is the weight.
Correct.
Now, one of my favorite lifters to watch is Ariel Petra, and she's the exact same way. Everything she does, the exact same every time.
From her first warm-up all the way through her final attempt. Got Brandon Jones up next, again with a 75-kilo opener. I do believe that we are going to see this
75. Oh, no, not
fly.
again.
Just like his opener on the squat.
He's like a predator
Hyping up
playing
the-
with his food before he
That's
devours
exactly what
it.
he's doing.
He is ready. He's having a great time. He told us that he was going to be working out after this.
Correct. So I believe he has, a heavy squat and bench session after this meet today. So he's just having fun.
That moved fast, you know?
I would have been a little concerned for him if that did not.
Yeah,
move
had
that
it not,
fast.
yeah. You heard somebody yell, that's what an opener looks like. No, that's too fast. That is
Correct.
too fast for an opener. Now, coming over to Justin Noller, the sub-junior 66-kilo lifter. Just getting his hand ready, chalking it up as they prepare and get those rack heights set and the safety bars lowered. Again, safety is paramount in any athletic competition. However, this one, powerlifting, can be very serious. So it is of the utmost priority to make sure everybody is well taken care of. So we want to thank out our spotters and loaders today.
Spotting and loading is not an easy task.
I'd rather lift than do spot loading.
Honestly, I agree.
Again, cardio is not my friend. I'm not doing it. Let's see what Justin's got. A little shaky, but I think controlled on the
Yes.
way up for sure. Looks very comfortable at 82.5 kilos. And there is Patricio Ortez. You can see him in the wing, getting lined up, ready to go.
Now, to all of our viewers, we do have the comment stream pulled up now. So if you have any questions or comments or concerns or anything like that, feel free to shoot them in there, and I will try my best to catch them and then respond.
Yeah, if you got any questions or comments, feel free to ask us. Open invitation. Let us also know who you may be watching for and how far away you are. I want to know who's our farthest reaching audience member. Now, let's see if Patricio Ortez has got a good, clean opener at 92.5 kilos. Beautifully controlled.
Didn't seem to be an issue at all.
No. Nice and clean, getting on the board.
You know, you asked who the furthest away is. I think it's me, because I'm about 10 feet through a wall from the platform itself. So clearly, I'm the furthest.
There we are.
All right, we've got Hayden Pittman getting ready to come on up. 110 kilos on the bar. That is 242 pounds.
Now, again, he had missed that second attempt on squat, was able to get that back again on third. Had to give it a little bit less depth on there to get it up. So we'll see if that took anything out of him on bench. Probably a little bit later. For now, hopefully, he is just putting in some numbers right now at 110, just getting on the board so that he doesn't struggle getting that total.
It looks like we have some astronauts in the live stream chat, so that's pretty cool. They say they're from the moon.
Ah, well.
That would win for
That would.
It's just a little further than 10.
Just a touch. They may have you beat. I'll have to get the yardstick out. All right, let's see you, Hayden. Nice and clean on the way down.
What a beautiful bench.
Man. 3 white lights.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Textbook. Put it in the dictionary. That's what it looks like. We are moving up to Kinley Dill. 140 kilos. Officially got 2 reds on the bar. And he is ready to go. You can see him just almost lounging.
He's ready.
You know, he's ready to hit this. Bar is loaded. That means his time is ticking. He is not concerned at all. He is taking his time. I really do appreciate seeing that in a lifter. Just, you know, you got a full 60 seconds. Enjoy it. Take your time. And Kinley Dill with a slow but controlled.
Yep. I don't think that was any issue for him.
No. Oh.
So he might have just missed a command there. I believe that's probably what that yellow card, red light, yellow card was for.
Yeah.
Maybe jumped that rat command just a little bit. Not really sure. That yellow card can be a bunch of different things.
So we've got Drew Cargill Jr. coming up here. See if we can get this in before. So he got the start command. Ooh, he could have moved a little bit quick.
Yeah. Not really sure. There's a bunch of different things there.
Oh, for sure. Bar is loaded for Andrew Cargill.
All right, while Drew's getting set up, just give a quick shout out to Tom Noller. Let me know if that's how you say the last name.
It is
We
not.
apologize.
In the comment, it's Washington State here.
Yes.
Watching my grandson, Justin, we thought was Noller. The last name is pronounced Dollar. So Justin Dollar with his...
Pronounced like dollar. So
Like dollar.
It's Noller.
I'm dyslexic.
That's all right.
Well,
Comments are
we've
hard.
got Andrew Cargill with a clean, touch of shake, but clean first attempt.
3 wet lights. Absolutely beautiful 165 bench. Believe that's going to take us back to the beginning of our flight here.
We are. Myra is back on the starting platform, ready to go again.
Chelsea, your prize for being furthest away is a shout out on the stream. So I hope the moon is nice. Let us know. I would be scared to live on the moon.
Yeah, no. Good view.
Yeah.
One view, but it's a good one.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, Myra, let's see what you got for your second attempt. 55 kilograms. Again, she's actually got squat shoes on.
She does. So some lifters might have difficulty keeping their heels down, which is mandatory for bench. And offering that lift might benefit her.
She struggled just a little bit, but I think that was well
what the
earned
refs
for a
say.
second attempt.
So 2 to 1, good lift.
Yeah. So we got Stephanie Hayden. Right, we're gonna go back to that little quick replay just before. See what was what with her. So doesn't miss the start command.
I will say, a lot of times for females, specifically, that 2.5 kilo jump doesn't sound like a lot, but 6 pounds can be a lot on a bench press.
Especially on the lighter lifters as well.
Correct.
Not just the women.
Correct.
Yeah, just being lighter in general, that percentage of your weight to its weight is much greater.
Correct. Chelsea, let me know if you come to PSB anytime soon, and I will get you a loaf sourdough. Or some sourdough starter as your prize.
She has just promised you the moon. That is gold. Stephanie Hayden, really clean second attempt.
That was a beautiful bench.
That, I wish that was her opener. 'Cause
Yes.
That was
I think that
really,
looked more confident.
that was, yeah. I wonder if she's just getting settled in, trying to feel it out. All right. So it's Kathy Arnold coming up
Yes.
at the 76 kilos. 72.5 is what she's lifting.
This is almost a bodyweight bench, which is a huge goal for a lot of these lightweight,
Yeah.
young lifters.
And just me, myself, I'm not a professional lifter by any means, but that's always been a goal of mine, to be able to bench whatever I weigh.
Yes.
It's easier to lose weight. I tell you what, lifting that much is just
Yes.
crazy. So being able to move this much on a second attempt, this is what high-level competition is going to look like. So
Got her hand off.
once she gets settled, she'll get that butt down. And it moves clean.
It does move well.
Again, a slightly lighter lifter. Going to struggle to put, even another, 5, 7.5, 10 kilos, but I
Yeah.
think she's got it.
I think she's got 2.5 for sure.
Yeah.
I think take the safe lift.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave kilos on the platform.
No.
5 kilos would be a grind. 2.5 would be a make. Take the 2.5.
So there's Amy Mason again, coming in, back to front. Really taking an aggressive position.
She knows exactly what she's doing. She also
Been doing it for too long.
is in squat shoes.
Yep. Is that also... Let's see how this goes. So slow
Nice
but
bench.
controlled. Is that also a thing with shorter lifters? Just not having long enough legs to get down there?
It could be. They do offer the bench blocks. So for shorter lifters, you can get a bench block put next to the bench so that the floor is actually raised up a little bit. But some people just like the angle that it puts them at. It
Yeah.
gives them a nice solid shoe to push off of for that leg drive. And if it works for her, why not do it?
It works for me personally. I can't do it on flat shoes. I just slip out. All right, we've got Justin Oler absolutely grooving, getting ready. Bar is loaded, 87.5 kilos for the 66-kilo sub-junior lifter.
We are getting dangerously close to 200 pounds here.
Excuse me, sir. Noller. Justin Noller. I'll run that back.
As someone with a difficult last name, I understand.
It is Brandis
Die.
Die. Find her at Lift Heavier Die on Instagram.
Yes.
All right, let's see what he's got. Justin really struggling there. May have been a bit of up and down. Let's see what the
refs
judges say. 2 red lights.
They actually called it for 2 different things there, or at least that's what the flags say. So we're not exactly sure what he missed on.
Let's go ahead.
The refs have the best view.
They
I
do.
agree. I think it might have been a little bit of up-down movement of the bar during that grind. But 193 pounds is nothing to shake your head at. Yeah. That's tough.
That is very
view
tough.
also looks like he was just a hair off of his chest by the time they actually called press.
Interesting. It's always very helpful to have a professional certified ref as well as a
Yes.
lifter in the commentating booth. But again, nothing is more valuable than that angle. So here we are,
Here are the bench blocks that I was just talking about.
down under his feet. You can just barely see them.
Yes. He's got 100 kilos on the bar here. This is 220 pounds.
So gets it on the chest, moves it well.
Beautiful.
And the trick to these second and third attempts when you get in these heavy lifts is waiting for that command to rack.
Yes.
You'll see a lot of younger lifters like Patricio jump. I got it, and throw it back, because that's exactly what you do in the gym.
Yep.
You know, you're excited. You don't have to wait that half a second,
Yes.
quarter second. You just
It
throw
is-
it back.
I will say it's very nice to practice those commands in the gym so that you're used to it.
With
But
heavy weight.
Yes. But not everyone has that luxury to have somebody that can call commands.
Yeah.
You
Really,
can't
really
just
hard.
ask anyone to do it because it is very specific things that you're looking for before you get each command.
Not always going to find that in necessarily a commercial gym.
Correct.
A specialized gym like this one is going to have somebody around who knows what a
Correct.
re-rack command is going to be.
Yep.
All right. Hayden Pittman, 117.5 kilos. We have left our body weight way behind, I believe.
Yes. Yes. This is 200, and I'm
Yeah.
going to give it to him 60 pounds.
Yeah, that's a good amount of weight. So he's got a very high arch to start.
The amount of arch on a bench press. See how this moves. Oh, easy.
And that
Beautiful.
shaking at the top, you know, some lifters are like that. They just have a lot of shake, even if the weight is very easy for them. I know local, Marshall Powell, very shaky lifter, but it doesn't matter what weight he's moving.
Correct.
It is shaking that much.
Correct.
And so he may not struggle at all with the next jump and attempts.
Right. And I'm going to circle back to what I was saying about arching. So the amount of arch, actually, the amount of arch does play a role into how the bench is executed. But NPA, which is the federation of this competition, the rules do not change. Your elbows still have to hit depth. So you can have an arch as long as your elbows are hitting depth, and then you're pressing it all the way back up.
So we've got Brandon Jones with 125, just 2 reds. He's got two more reds on the board. We're going to go ahead and see some pretty good elbow depth here. We'll be able to point that out for you. So it's level with the shoulder. Flies.
That's silly, Brandon.
Oh, and look at, he knows. 3
1
white
red,
lights.
2 red. The only thing we can guess is that his next attempt will be 3 reds, which is crazy.
He's running it back in for something.
He
but-
probably forgot to give him his attempt.
Well, come on.
He's handling himself today.
We can tell
can
what
cut
it's
him
going to
some-
be.
yeah.
I know we got to make it
Exactly.
official, but go ahead and put the reds on there.
We already know.
All right, so we've got Kinley Dill. He's getting more amped. He's getting ready. He was talking about how he did have a bit of a hamstring issue earlier on in the week, coming off recovery, and so he was trying to go for a bigger bench today, taking a little easy on deadlift and squat. So I'm hoping to see some really big numbers out of him today. 145 kilos. Nice and smooth and easy.
320 pounds. This is 3 plates in your Globo gym, by the way. So if you just go to your local Gold's gym, he is benching with ease more than 3 45-pound plates on each side.
Absolutely crazy. Go ahead and slap a third red on there for our man, Andrew Cargill Jr. Loving the intensity again that he brings. We are loaded with 175 kilos for the 105-kilo lifter.
This is 385 pounds.
All right, let's see what he's got. Just getting settled. Again, soaking up that time.
I am so glad he's here today. Putting on a show, on a clinic.
Want to see how it's done. This is it. Moved a little slow, but perfectly fine for a second attempt. Nothing to be even concerned about.
I think his touch point was a little off. I don't remember him having a crooked touch point when it was on his chest, and it was a little bit that time. So I wonder if it was just a little funky.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, a made lift.
Yeah, 2 white lights. Ref on the left side calling for a technical. So let's go ahead and see if we can spot anything.
Oh, I wonder if his butt came up a little bit. I'm not sure. That angle is a little bit difficult. But hopefully he was able to ask and find out what that red light was for so he knows what to fix.
All right, back at the top of the list, Maya. Back up here with 69 kilos for the 57.5 kilo weight is what she'll be putting on.
126 pounds. This is the exact jump I would have taken. Confident to the chest. Big, strong push.
Oh. Her butt came up, I think, just a bit.
Yeah. She had a nice, strong leg drive.
You can see, she understands. She's not too upset about that.
Likely that was very close to her top end strength, if not an attempt at a PR. So, anytime you can get that heavy is a good thing.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that bar just in the way. We'll see if this gives us a good viewpoint.
So someone in the comments actually let us know that Stephanie is less than 6 months postpartum.
You're kidding.
And this is her first competition.
Of course, yeah, that was her baby. So I was maybe it was a niece, but it was now we're gonna call it her baby. Yeah, that was her kid.
Very cute kid.
Adorable. But let's see what she can do with 60 kilos off of her chest. There
Beautiful.
we go.
Mom strength. That was awesome.
There we go. Doing phenomenal work. Congratulations to her. Having a good day so far. Going to be moving on to deadlift for her. All right.
She ends the day with a 192-pound bench. I'm sorry, guys. That was bad math on my end.
You wouldn't, I would have never noticed.
132 pounds.
And it moves very well. Bar is loaded for Katty Arnold. 75 kilos. For the 76-kilo lifter, we're going to round that up. That's fine.
I'll just say that's body weight.
You know, that is exactly body weight. And actually, that's the weight class. She may actually be benching body weight.
This is
she
true.
may have weighed in less than. So this is body weight. We have just decided on broadcast. All right. She's just got the start, man. Quite a long way she had to wait. Oh! That was a second attempt. She had more to give. I mean, she took a really impressive first attempt or second attempt jump.
Yes,
so,
she did.
You know, I think it was probably a pretty safe call. Maybe she had another 2.5 kilos.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But those 2.5 kilos will sneak up
Oh,
on
for sure.
you. But Kati, great job. 165 pounds in the books.
And there
3 for
is
3.
Amy Mason. And you were correct. Moving to that 2.5 kilos. Not taking as an aggressive jump as some may think, but I think a really smart call.
I think these are pretty calculated for her. She took a 2.5 from her opener, 2.5 to her second, or to her third.
Yeah, again, third in World's Master Federation. She's got it. She's got it. You saw her just give that head nod.
She knew.
Halfway through, like, nah, I got this. Don't worry about it.
She is happy with that.
Absolutely excited. All right, Justin Noller.
Noller.
One day, I will get his name correct.
Yes.
Noller. Justin
right.
Noller.
Last names are hard. Lisa's first name is easy. My whole name is hard. The only one that's easy is my middle name.
There you are.
So, Justin, I feel your pain.
All right.
He has taken up 87.5 kilos. This is 193 pounds.
Retaking that second attempt. Getting nice and settled. Got a quick start command. He's getting it.
Now, the bar is allowed to be pressed uneven as long as it does not go down, which is what we just saw here. So he's still got 3 white lights. That is a made lift.
That is huge for him. Getting extra 5 kilograms. Really going to need that at the end of the day. Going to appreciate having those just in the bank for him. Patricio Ortez coming up, adding another 7.5 kilos to his bench.
He is looking to bench 237 pounds.
As a 160-pound lifter?
Something like that,
Something
yes.
like that, sure. A 74-kilo lifter.
Yes.
Y'all can do the math at home.
It's about 163.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
You'd think
All right.
I'd know that because that's my weight. Basically my weight class.
Close enough.
Kilos
Math is
are hard.
hard. All right, so we've got those platforms again for him. And we're going to see if he's going to get it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Way to stick with it. Stayed nice and patient. 3 white lights. That is a good lift.
I love our judge just dancing around with the music. It's great. We're all having a great fun time here. I mean, this is not serious competition. We are here putting up some serious numbers, ones that should be feared on the national and international stage. But here at PSB, we're having fun today.
Correct. We always have fun at PSB.
Absolutely. So Hayden Pittman, you can see he's smiling. He's excited for a 12.5 kilo jump. 130 kilos. He is looking to put some weight up.
287 pounds loaded on this bar for Hayden Pittman. Getting his shoulders all set on the bench.
Again.
Opting to take a lift off here.
Nope, not got it today. That was a aggressive jump on bench.
It was an aggressive jump.
For a lighter lifter, he's not incredibly light, but for a man of his height, even his age, man of his height, 74 kilos is pretty small. That was an aggressive attempt.
Yep.
I wonder what he's feeling today that made him take such an aggressive jump.
He took a pretty big jump from his first. He went from 100, I believe it was from 100 to 117. So that's a pretty hefty jump in and of itself. So maybe that's what he is used to. Unsure. I mean, the second one moved well, so.
Yeah, it moved really well. So Kinley with the bar loaded.
150 kilos.
Taking a hit of smelling salts. 150 kilos, like you said.
330 pounds.
All right, so Kinley Dill, 93 kilo lifter. Getting nice and settled. Again, really soaking up his time. I really like it when lifters can just take the time. He has gotten a re-rack command.
I do believe it was for soft elbows.
Interesting.
I'm not 100% sure on that. I obviously am not a ref on the platform today. But I do believe that's what it was for. So he was getting told to straighten his arms.
He's gotten that start command now. Let's see what he can do with that 150 kilos. Really struggled to get that off the chest.
Might have just taxed him to have that hold beforehand.
Yeah.
That can be difficult. Well, we have called it. Ladies and gentlemen, he is adding the third red.
Brandon Jones. The meme lord himself.
Smiling because he knows.
Oh, he's having a great day.
So just a little background on Brandon. Brandon has just recently won his pro card. So he is a professional powerlifter himself. And also just switched coaches. I believe he's still in his first block with his new coach.
He is. He's wrapping up his first block, I believe, this week.
Yes,
I think he's starting a new block next week.
Unsure.
Actually, no, I think it's
Might be 2 weeks, might be 3 weeks. We're just
Ah.
seeing how far he can push. Coming off a little bit of an injury, coming off a meet, so we're just
Yeah.
kind of, he's taking some time to reset and rebuild. But a new coach is exciting.
Yeah. We're going to see if he's got any more untapped potential left.
I'm sure he does. He's a new lifter.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what he's got. With 175 kilograms, just makes it fly.
Somebody should put his bench and his squat side by side and see if he just moved the bench faster than he moved his squat. Because I think
yeah,
he might.
I think. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, no, that absolutely flew. Gonna have just a little bit of time before we get Andrew Cargill up. We've got him already there at the platform. We're going to go ahead and see 177.5 kilos. Taking his time.
We got any Drew fans in the chat? Turn them up.
Absolutely. We have to have them here.
I'm a Drew fan.
Yeah, no. Getting nice and settled. Struggling a little. Got it fine. And the judges say 2 white lights.
That's all you need.
And that's all you need.
This is a game of majority rules. And fortunately for him, the majority did rule in his favor.
Let's see if we can figure out what that may have been. I think it may just be that left hip again. You can see the judges conferring about something they saw.
All right, so that was really fun. That was really cool. We saw some pretty big lifts moving.
A lot of things happening.
Yeah.
Like fast lifts, slow lifts, some technical things.
Absolutely.
Lots to talk about.
Yeah, 175 moving for, Brandon Jones, thank you, my goodness. And, just flying off the hand.
Yeah.
Had
Hayden take a huge jump there at the end. And in the chat, they did say this is his second competition since he started 9 months ago. So he's just out here having fun. He's learning his limits. He's doing his thing. He's pushing heavy weights.
That is really cool. Really appreciate you guys giving us that information.
Yeah.
That is very insightful that he is, only 9 months in and putting up those heavy numbers already.
Yeah.
Let us know, guys, if he's got a coach. I'm not sure. I don't know if one does.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'd love to find out what he's got. So we're gonna go ahead. We are moving into deadlifts now.
I can't believe
it. We're flying through this meet. Really great time. It's what you get when you have an efficiently run meet. We're gonna go ahead, take a break, and see you in about 20 minutes. All right? Take care.
we are back with Brandon Jones. Can you believe it? He's going for 75 kilos.
I would have never guessed it.
Couldn't have known.
This man looking ready. Nori Powerlifting on the shirt. That is the new coach. Bar is loaded. I will say,
It's so hyped.
everybody's getting so...
Oh, this man.
He'd be
This man.
silly.
With the white shoe. I love it. The Michael Jackson look. There we go. Just can't
Smiling,
get over
having a
it.
good old time.
Didn't look like something may have happened. I'm hoping you didn't get any red lights.
Be kind of funny if he did.
I think it'd be absolutely hysterical. No, it's
There it
3
goes,
white.
three
Sorry.
white lights.
All
I will
right.
say though, sometimes taking a lift that you like, he didn't do this, but sometimes if you put too much effort into that opener, you can actually get a bobble at the top that'll be up down.
Yeah.
And you'll get a red light.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he didn't do that. He knew how heavy 75 kilos was, and was able to execute appropriately.
Yeah, that would have been very unfortunate. So we've got Myra coming up with 105 kilos. A good controlled deadlift.
231 pounds in the books. 3 white lights. She has a official powerlifting total.
There we go. On the
Congratulations,
books.
girlfriend.
That is cemented. You can find
In
all of
history.
these records in openpowerlifting.com, where literally every powerlifter that has ever been recorded in the last, I think, 30 years. All right. So we got Kathy Arnold coming in with 120 kilos, the 76 kilo lifter. Getting nice and settled. And it's a good, clean opener. Getting that drop down. All right. So we got Stephanie Hayden, 69 kilo lifter, 127 and a half kilos that she's going to be lifting. Great work from Kathy as she got that lift. And there it is. One of our gym owners on the left, Megan Powell, and professional world champion, Natalie Richards, getting some hours, and the man himself, Marshall Powell.
All right, Stephanie has 281 pounds on the bar here.
Now she's putting her feet farther apart here.
Yes.
This is sumo lifting.
This is sumo deadlifting, which is allowed. in
It
the
is
PA.
not cheating.
It's not cheating. It is totally legal. With a nice and controlled, absolutely beautiful pull there.
Clinical work that was.
Really, the speed of that and the ease of that was like a last warm-up, if that.
Absolutely. Very
So
nice.
great work.
So Amy Mason, I can't wait to find out what her approach is for this, because we've seen the squat, we've seen the bench. Is this going to be rather conventional, or is this going to be an interesting, unique approach? Let's see what she's got.
I would not be surprised
Just walks up.
if Amy Mason has very calculated jumps,
Absolutely.
just like she did on squat and bench.
Also a sumo lifter. Moves a little slow.
She doesn't seem surprised by that, though.
No.
So
no.
it might just be that her lifts are typically a slower lift, which was true of her squat and her bench. But there's no issue with that. As long as she knows how to execute within that range and she knows where her top end strength is, not a problem.
So at Worlds, she did open with a 162 and a half. So
Was a little heavier.
yeah. We'll see how she does. So it looks like, I mean, like you said, she's an absolute professional when it comes to these type of things. She knows what she's doing.
Yep.
So do her coaches. But let's see Justin Noller coming up to the stage, opening with a 172 and a half kilos.
Now, we got word that Justin is actually Hayden's coach.
Yes, that is correct.
Which is kind of cool.
Thank you, Chad, for providing that for us.
Yeah. Justin got 380 pounds on the bar for an opening deadlift.
Thought it was going to be a tempo lift for a second.
Yes. And if you look close, I don't know that it will be called, but he had a little bit of that bobble at the top that I was talking about, that his lockout was just so fast and aggressive.
We do see a technical red.
Yes. The bar went up and down just barely.
What are the other ways to be called on deadlift? Because it looks like get it up.
Right. So there are commands. There's only one command on deadlift. So all the athlete has to do is wait for bars loaded, which isn't really a command, just the acknowledgement that they are allowed to then step on the platform. But then they pull the lift, and then the head ref will tell them down. That's when they can put the bar down. Technique things that they have to watch out for is what we call ramping, when the bar kind of slides up the quads, or hitching, when the quads are used to kind of help almost like bounce
Like a
the bar
staircase
up.
almost.
Yeah. Which you did not see any of that with Kinley. That was a beautiful pull.
Kinley Dill pulling 175 like it was nothing. Patricio Ortez, again. The young man coming in with a 195 kilos.
This is 430 pounds.
As an opener.
As an opener.
As a junior.
Yes.
You know. Let's see what he's got. Knows where he's going. Up it is. Very gently.
Very
placed down.
gentle.
I appreciate the etiquette.
Yes.
I do believe you can be called for aggressive slamming, but is that a different federation?
Might be.
I believe that may be.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I do know that it is etiquette
Yes, not to slam
not
it.
slam the bar. They do have to keep their hands on the bar all the way down to the ground.
Can't just throw it away.
Right. You can't drop it from the top.
No, safety again, paramount in this sport. And with safety does come etiquette. So, Hayden Pittman,
With the
clock
beautiful,
running down.
nice and round, 200 kilo deadlift. Opener.
Moves
Executed.
well.
3 white lights.
All right. Oh, gee, oh, the man of the hour, Andrew Cargill, flying up on the deadlift. 255 kilo opener. We're adding 55 kilos. We are, I believe that is over 500 pounds.
We are just shy.
Just shy?
496. Yep.
Sure enough.
Now, if we recall back to his squat, this is the exact. I lied. I did bad math. Again, I thought that said 225. This is over 500 pounds. This is 562.
562.
So forget everything I said.
That
This
is
man
crazy.
is strong.
Absolutely ready to rip this opener up. Get nice and settled. The intensity has been there the entire day. Nothing is going to interrupt him. A lot of sumo lifters today attacks it with aggression.
Absolutely beautiful. I think he is happy with that. We are going to see something big today.
Holy cow, that was something. All right, get those reds off. We need to walk back down. Back to Myra, 115 kilos from the 69 kilo lifter. She is moving her weight on up.
253 pounds.
Holy cow.
Nothing to blink an eye at. And this is our first lifter of the flight.
Yeah, so we are back down to second attempts now. We are running through the day really quickly. Loving this shot of her and her coach. She looks like she's having a great day, and she has had really good attempts, really good selection,
Yeah.
really great performance
Great
overall.
execution.
One of our local Carolina lifters out of Charlotte.
Here she is. Nice big brace, nice smooth pull all the way to the top. Not a problem. 115 kilos, and it is a good lift.
All right. Brandon Jones. You could have guessed what he was going to lift on the second attempt about 2 hours ago.
Correct.
You know,
It is as expected. 1 red, 2 red.
125 kilograms.
Do we think we'll see the third red?
Oh, come on. We gotta, once, twice, thrice.
Oh, he switched up on us. He is now pulling conventional,
Hey,
just for the bit.
just really clean. Everyone's having a great time. Brandon Jones just putting in a clinic.
Nice smile there. Nice way to walk off.
Now, Kathy Arnold, not playing around, working hard today. 130 kilos from the 76-kilo lifter. Over double her body weight on second attempt.
As she's setting up here, just want to give a nice big shout out to our spotters and loaders again. They have been at it all day long. They are working hard to make sure everybody stays safe.
Excuse me, that was
Beautiful.
not double her body weight, but still a really, really clean lift, and she's happy about it. You can see that. Coach ready to put in a second attempt. He must be handling both of them today.
He is.
Conferring on the third attempt selection. Looked a little bit like she was struggling on that. Not on the lift itself, but when she was done. She was either, that was a look of surprise, of how heavy or how light it was. So I'll be really curious to see what she puts in. Now we've got Stephanie Hayden getting amped for this lift at 137.5 kilos, the 69-kilo lifter. She is moving and attacking this bar with aggression, I think, at least in her setup.
Beautiful.
Moves well.
The control on that was awesome.
3 white lights from them.
So that was over 300 pounds. That was 303 pounds.
She does not look bothered by it at all.
Spotters and loaders doing their thing.
Bringing out Amy Mason.
With, as expected, a very controlled and executed and probably planned 5-kilo jump to 162.5 kilos.
So she is backing off what she opened at Worlds at 162.5. So she is really being smart about this, really just putting up some good totals, not her perfect, not her best. However, 170 was the best she did at Worlds. Moving it
There it
slow,
is.
but continuous.
Beautiful.
3 white lights. Really nice lift from one of our most seasoned lifters. So we've got Justin Noller, 182.5 kilos. A decent jump for him, man of his size. And
Luke,
his
do you know what this means? This is 402 pounds.
We have hit 400 pounds. Oh, my goodness. This young man might be something to contend with in the next 2 or 3 years. People are going to have to watch out for him when he starts really hitting some age. Really taking his time, getting set. Can he get it up? He's pulling it. Just got a little unsettled.
I think that hand just opened up on him. Might have put the bar in his hand in a little funky way.
Let's see.
Not
It's
able to
kind
keep
of on
that
his
thumb.
fingertips a little
Yeah.
bit.
I think the strength is there. We just got to grab that bar a little better.
Yeah, losing his fingers just a little bit, shaking them loose at the end. Really hope he can get that next third attempt. Patricio Ortez locking himself in for 205 kilograms.
452 pounds, I believe.
Really clean.
Making
Love
it look
his
like it was
gentleness.
nothing work.
No.
No work.
Just going to gently place this here. All right. We got Heyman Pittman breaking out the smelling salts on second attempt, 207.5 kilos. He may be going for something here.
457 pounds, loaded on the bar.
457 pounds from the 74-kilo lifter. That is insane
Sub-junior.
numbers.
A
From
young
sub-junior.
lifter.
This is another young man who's going to have a bright future if he keeps this up. Let's see if he can handle it. Locking himself in nice and tight. Not trying to have a second repeat of the mistakes. Struggled at the top, but got in there in the end. Do the judges agree? There we are.
Oh, he left Kinley hanging in the back there.
Oh, no. The broadcast didn't catch it. It's fine. All right. We've got Kinley Dill ready to go.
Telling somebody something.
I think telling him to have to go put this third attempts in.
Oh.
225. Thank you, Kinley, for looking out for people. 225 kilos.
496 pounds
Ooh, we are getting
for
close.
Kinley Dill on his second attempt. This is a pretty hefty jump. But
Ooh, handles it very well.
not a problem.
Talking a little smack right before.
I wish I was out there. I want to know what he said.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Did get a red light from that left judge on something technical.
Interesting.
Not sure what it was. I did see a little foot movement, but I don't think it went forward. I think it slid to the side.
Andrew
Should be
Pardo
okay on that, but
getting amped. He has got in a different mode right now. He is in the zone, going for something. 267.5 kilograms.
590 pounds.
This will be a comp PR. He failed 265 at the Masters Nationals, or the Junior Nationals, excuse me. 267.5 kilos. He's already PR'd once with 5 kilos more. We know he's going for this now. His sister and handler being there in the sidelines. Glad he's taking his time for this moment. Hopefully he'll attack the bar with the same aggression that at first lift, and he does, and it flies.
That was so fast it caught me off guard. I was
Andrew
not
Cargill.
ready for that. That was beautiful.
On second attempt, he's got more to give.
All right, live stream. These are third attempt deadlifts. This is the last lift for all of our lifters here at the Carolina Qualifier.
It's starting with Myra again. I mean, look at her. She's had a great day. She's really enjoyed itself. She had a bit of a sickness last week, so she was recovering from that. See that slight cough there. So, you see them talking about watching out for hitching, obviously, just looking at their body language. Just a quick rundown. Really appreciate that there can be somebody there to think for you sometimes.
Yes.
And not, have to deal with any of that. 130 kilos, a big jump for her. Let's see what she's got.
287 pounds.
And it's moving. She can get it. She's got
Yes,
it. Can she hold on? Do the judges like it? 130 kilos is good with 3 white lights.
3 white lights. What a class act. This is her first ever powerlifting competition, and
She's
she
going
is
around.
shaking the hands of all of the refs.
I
That is
love
a
to see
class act. As a lifter myself, after a pull, especially if that is a PR, that is a 9 for 9 day, that is a huge pull for her, it is hard to remember to do that.
It is.
So
it
great
is.
job remembering.
Really respectful. Now, we've got Kathy Arnold, 76 kilos, 135 kilos, excuse me.
Yes, this is much
Doing a
more than
lot more than that.
135 pounds.
She attacks that bar again.
What a beautiful pull. That is just shy of 300 pounds. Kati, that was beautiful.
A beautiful little bow. Shakes the hands of everyone. Gets that bar, moves it. Had a bit more, but again, this is a qualifier. This is about getting as much as you can on the board.
This is her first competition, too. I'm pretty sure all
Incredible.
3 of these ladies are first-time lifters, having a great day. Class acts.
I'm noticing
great
the
execution.
coordinating eye makeup with the sparkles.
Yes.
I've only caught it on Amy Mason later.
Yes. And
But
they are both
all 3
coached
of
by
them.
the same coach. Or
That
they both
makes
have the same handler.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So Stephanie Hayden with 142.5 kilos. Give it a little shimmy and a yank. Let's see what it's got. Can she get it up?
Yes,
She's
ma'am.
moving it. She's a little stuck. There it is.
That is 315 pounds for all of you Globo gym goers. That is 3 plates. That is not a small deadlift.
No. From a 69 kilo lifter, too.
Right. And a brand new mom.
And a brand new mom. 6-month-old baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is putting up some serious numbers.
At her first competition.
Incredible. All right. Coming up now, just peeking in there, Amy Mason. Getting in the zone. Dude, there's that eye makeup I just missed earlier. Ooh, she wants this. All right. She's getting settled in. I really, again, this is what you see out of a master's lifter who's been competing this long, is a methodical, dialed-in approach.
172.5 kilos, 380 pounds on the bar for her third attempt.
This would be more than worlds.
It's
And
moving.
she's moving it. Can she hold on? Can she lock it out?
Yes, she can.
She looks like she has.
Let's see what the refs have to say, but if it's up to me, it is a good lift. We will
And it's
see.
3 white lights.
Great job, Amy Mason.
Oh, incredible.
Big old smiles from Miss Amy.
She looks like that was everything. She is so excited. Gotta be proud for her on that day. Pulling more than she did at Worlds, but not more than she's ever pulled. She has pulled 172.5.
So we tied, which is still impressive.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the Brandon Jones up next. Not sure if he's going to pull sumo. Not sure if he's going to pull conventional. We will see.
He is
It
going
is
to
a
pull
game
175.
time decision.
Yeah. We're going to find out. This is phenomenal. And a man who's just eating it up. So he looks like he's going to go conventional. Yes, he is. See how well this moves. Man.
I don't think anyone would have guessed that it moved fast.
Brandon Jones.
9 for 9 day, qualifying total. He is off to nationals, to where he will hopefully do big things and move on to bigger stages.
Oh, yeah. No, he's got aspirations for the world.
Yeah. Just
And
give a little
so-
shout out to our spotters and loaders again. We've got the one in the white shirt over there on the right-hand side is Brandon's training partner.
Ah!
Believe they're also
That's right.
roommates, so you know they're just probably cracking jokes the entire time,
Yeah,
having a good old
absolutely.
time out here today. Both of them are training later, so I'm sure they're just having a good time.
We've got Justin Aller. Not giving us anything. 185 kilos. Lost it a little bit on that end. Clearly is confident. He's at another 2.5 kilos.
He did.
Think he just didn't grip it right?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's all it was. Hopefully it's not a strength thing. Didn't look like it was gonna be. Looked like it was moving.
Getting nice and settled, making sure those feet are well planted. He is a 66 kilo lifter going for 185 kilos. Seeing if he can get settled in.
407 pounds on the bar.
This is his moment to pull 185. He takes it in his hands. Can he get off the ground? Can he move it? It is up in the air.
Wow. I'm
He is
impressed.
excited about that. And the
Clearly.
judges say 2 white lights. That's enough for a good lift.
Clearly just a hand issue and nothing else. There was so much more in the tank than that 407.
Very good job to him. Good day for him so far.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a struggle, and I think as a young man, a qualifier, failing and then getting another attempt, good experience.
Yes.
Good place to fail.
Yes.
A safe place to fail.
Yes.
You don't want to do this on a
And
national stage.
Really what you wanted a qualifier is to hit that qualifying total, which for a lot of these lifters is just to make 3 lifts.
Yeah.
One of each, and they are good to go.
Patricio Ortez pulling 210 easily.
I was expecting a little bit of a struggle there, and
Yeah.
there was not. Absolutely beautiful. Great day
Huh.
for him. I think he should go back there and take a 4th attempt, because
No
that was
kidding.
not hard.
Well, we've got Hayden Pittman. Putting that cross on his chest again. Trying to. No, what is that? It's an H.
H for Hayden.
Yep.
This is 479 pounds.
Crazy. Going for a 515 kilo total. I just. From a sub junior 74 kilo, you can
New
see
to the
he is
sport.
wanting it. Getting set in.
Getting himself
Centering
locked in.
himself. Oh, he's having fun, though. Let's see if he's got it. That extra 10 kilos can be the absolute backbreaker. Can he move it? Can he hold on?
Oh,
Is it up and down?
fighting.
Oh,
That was a good fight. Good work, Hayden.
so yeah. Great lift from him. all over the entire day.
So much potential from that young man.
Sub-junior, he's got time. The one thing he's got on his side is time. All right, Kindley Dill, 93-kilo lifter.
530 pounds on the bar for Kinley. Let's see if he can get a third attempt.
240 kilos.
The man on no sleep and probably about 7 energy drinks. Just kidding. I have no idea how many energy drinks he's had.
Taking them smelling salts just to wake up.
Probably seriously just to wake up. Let's go, Kinley. The last 2 are easy. Let's see if this will be the same way.
Pulling the inverted grip, conventional pull. Nice. Ooh, just a bit of a shake towards the top. But he got it up in the air. Do the judges like it? Yes, they like 3 white lights.
Now, I'm a little late saying this, but you will see some of these lifters having baby powder on their legs. That is different than the chalk that is on their hands and on their backs. Backs for bench and squat, not typically for deadlift. Since you're
Last lift of the day somehow.
Yes.
Andrew Cargill.
Are we surprised that Andrew is closing out the day? Because
No.
I am not.
But 280 kilos appears to be the highest he has ever attempted before. The most he's ever attempted before was 277 and a half, and he missed that. He got it on his second attempt. Sorry. No, we got 267. This is the most he has ever attempted, ever.
Do
He
you
is-
want to know how many pounds this is?
I'm kind of terrified.
617 pounds.
Thor himself is taking the stage. This is, for everyone in the world, a very big, impressive weight. The entire back room wants to see this lift. Everybody is out. 280 kilograms from the 105-kilo lifter, taking his time and attacking it again.
Yeah.
Plenty of baby powder.
Finish
Let's
it.
get it up. A rough ending for him.
Wow, but what a day. That man has had a day.
He has that in the gym. After a
Yes.
longer day like this,
And a
just a
fast
little
day like
fatigue.
this.
Yeah, no rest, no recovery. That
Is it?
that was 30 lifts, or sorry, 90 lifts?
Yeah. And not much time at all.
No, in 2 hours, 15 minutes, right on the mark.
That is an impressive day for all of these lifters.
Incredible lifters all day long, doing very, very well. Really impressive. I mean, Andrew Cargill's got that.
Yes.
He's got 280.
Yes.
You know, maybe on a longer day, he can kind of rest a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe if it was 3 hours long,
Yeah.
he's got enough rest time to be able to pull that through in the end. Kindley Dill putting up good numbers,
Yep.
good, nice qualifying totals. And Amy Mason doing
Great
very
day for
well.
her.
Yeah, really
Especially
great.
having relatively just come off another meet.
Yep.
Being able to execute and hit some of the same numbers, if not a little bit better on some of those, I think. Yeah, what a great day.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mom.
Stephanie.
Yes, Stephanie, just incredible.
Honestly,
Hitting-
all of our ladies had a phenomenal day. And I believe all of them, this is their first meet, which is impressive.
Yeah, except for literally the person who took third at the World Championship,
yes,
Amy
yes,
Mason.
yes.
Yes, every single one of our women had a very phenomenal day, very encouraging. And also the juniors, just putting in work.
Sub-juniors.
So the juniors, the sub-juniors, I mean, just really putting in incredible work, a clinic almost.
Yes.
Which is not what you usually get to see out of a younger lifter.
Correct.
Usually you're going to have missed attempts, you're going to have bad, tip selection, some technical issues.
Yep.
Didn't really see that. Maybe you could argue 2 lifts out of all 3 or 4 of them all day were interesting moves or interesting calls.
Yep.
But every single one of them was phenomenal. A really impressive day. Again, these guys and gals are starting their road to national stage and to international competitions beyond. This is where it all begins for a lot of them.
Yeah.
Where do you think the top end is? Obviously, Amy Mason is somebody who's trying to fight for world champion.
Yep.
That's given. She's potentially someone who could be there. Given a good training blocks and whatnot, good competition, she's probably gonna get there. What about everyone else, though? What
Hard to
about
tell
Brandon?
this young. However, as somebody who trains at PSB with Brandon, he's got so much potential. I know the kid came out today and just kind of having a good time, smiling the whole way through, jumping 1, 2, 3 on every single lift, having a great day. Clearly, execution was spot on, went 9 for 9 as expected, as wanted. But he's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I mean, 374 on each one of those lifts, but specifically bench, is not a number to bat an eye at.
No, that is, especially, for
moving
his weight
it,
class.
Yeah, and moving it at an RPE 3.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
so
impressed.
much more. Real scary stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
these guys are really moving it. For the younger lifters, it's hard to know what they may be doing. Actually, we've got a couple of younger lifters as well on stage.
Having a great time. Speaking of our little ones.
Yeah. That is actually not including the 6-month-old that has been rolling around here. So, it's been a wonderful day, really fun. Thank you for coming by and providing such unique insight into this. Thank you all for tuning in to, again, the first Carolina Powerlifting America meet that we've had here. We've been so thankful to have it at Palmetto State Barbells. Thank you for PSB Productions for putting such a clinic on. It has been an absolute pleasure. You guys have a great day. Catch you in the gym.